why I played this piece, because it was the very first piece of music I played to Igor. He was standing in his little crib holding the rail, and his eyes got wet. The soul of the child was open to the music. The tears ran down over his cheeks.
Yeah, I remember these tears. But I personally think it was because he was really, really scared of accordion, not because of his love to music.
Well, he actually pursued music later on in his life. He went to music school, and he played real hard virtuoso pieces for guitar. He played with Elena duets for Paganini, by Paganini for guitar and violin.
Yes, it's true.
What to say about Igor? Also known as Ika for all of us friends and family members. I first met Ika, goodness gracious, I think about 4 years ago now. I knew right away we were going to be best buds. Well, first of all, he's much closer to my age than anyone else, I guess, in Elena's family, and he's always up for an adventure. And you know, some of the adventures we've been on that I've really enjoyed quite immensely has been our trip to the easternmost point of Massachusetts, maybe even the entire eastern seaboard in the United States. We pedaled all the way from West Harwich to Plymouth, Massachusetts. And if you don't know where West Harwich is, it's just west of East Harwich, which is also quite a lovely town. We passed on through there. I believe Igor wanted to stop for ice cream at every ice cream shop we saw. But we kept on moving, and we eventually got there, and Elena and Vera were in tow in the large van. We were worried that they may not ever arrive to the destination, but we kept on pedaling. 50 miles one way, 50 miles back. Igor never complained once, even though I could tell he was struggling a little bit. He's a tough one, that guy.
Hey Igor, happy birthday, buddy. I can't believe we're 40 now. That's just crazy. For those of you out there who might not know Igor and are just seeing this video, he is really kind of salt of the earth guy, type of guy that would give you the shirt off his back. He would do anything for you, which is why, you know, we would try to help him out whenever we could. You know, like in college, we'll get each other's backs. There was that time I lent him all that money for the Vietnamese potbelly pig animal husbandry project he said he was doing. Really into it. I never heard anything about how it went, but you know, I'm sure it's gonna return an investment soon if it hasn't already. Anyway, just happy birthday, buddy, and hope it's a good one.
Well, Igor was a really big help for us with Elena. He was a great babysitter. We could rely on him 100%.
Well, I do remember when we first came to America. We live in Brooklyn, and Igor was 10 years old, and his sister Elena was 2 years old, and I had to take English as a second language classes in Manhattan. So yes, we trusted him 100%, so I left them alone in Brooklyn and went to the classes. When I came back, I found that Igor was in the top shelf in the closet, and poor Elena, 2 years old, was standing around, and actually, technically she was without supervision and she can go anywhere. And when I helped Igor out from the closet, he told me that he was there approximately like 1 hour, maybe even more. So after this, it was no English as a second language classes for me. That is why my English leaves much to be desired.
Yeah, Ika and I are very close. People often ask, why are you guys so close when you're 8 years apart? But honestly, I'm the one having to tell him to go to bed early when he's up at 3 a.m. You know, we both love Salat Olivia, and we both love biking. We love texting and not texting. You know, we can text or not text for hours and still find things to not text about.
Igor was the first punk I ever met. Before I met him, I stereotypically believed that punks only like to listen to heavy metal music and headbang. But thanks to Igor, I learned they like to shop at Urban Outfitters, listen to the Backstreet Boys, and play the banjo.
Hey, Igor, it's me again. Yeah, happy birthday. Look, I got some questions about the pot-bellied pig thing, the money. If you could just get back to me at your earliest convenience, that'd be great. Hopefully we can work this out. It'll just be, I'm sure it's a misunderstanding. But yeah, quick. Okay, cool. Happy birthday.
And another thing I really like about Igor is that he's extremely dependable. You know, the best way I can probably explain it is if I had to choose one fly out of my fly box, he'd be a beadhead hare's ear. And if you don't know what that is, it's one of them flies that you use underneath the surface of the water when you're really trying to get the most big fish that are sitting right there on the river bottom. It sinks real nice. It glides right on into where those fish will be sitting, relaxing, eating away. And that's what, well, if I had one fly, that's what I would use. And if I had one brother-in-law, that'd be Igor.
Lovey, I love you so much. You're the best, Lovey. I'm going to keep you forever. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you.
No, I'm not surprised that Igor was the one to take Best in Show. He is truly unique and a one-of-a-kind breed. Fabulously loyal, occasionally intelligent, really dedicated to making terrible puns. This is absolutely the best in the show. I remember the first time I saw Igor. It was a Saturday night of freshman year in college, and I saw a young man in plaid pajamas and old man leather slippers going to the kitchen with a dish full of eggs. And I thought, here's a responsible young man who's heading to make himself a healthy dinner and then going to have an early evening in the dorm. But it turned out I was very wrong, because those plaid pajama pants were actually filled with zippers, and he broke out a switchblade to break his eggs open so that he could stick them in his hair and spike his hair properly. So things were not as they seemed, and that's often the case with Igor, but he has always been a fine human being, and I'm really happy for his triumph.
Well, I have to reveal you a little secret. Igor started having girlfriends from a very early age. I think he was around 5 years old at the time. And his preference was blonde girls with blue eyes.
Yeah, true. And well, at the age of 5, we were in Odessa on the Black Sea in a sport camp. And it was a little girl, blonde girl with blue eyes. Her name was Lera, and they played all day together. But then Lera left with her parents. And in the same day, our friends came from Odessa to the sport camp to visit us with his son, who wanted to play with Igor, but we could not find Igor anywhere. So we actually ran around the sport camp and calling for him. I was scared that maybe he went to swim or something. But then finally, we were in our cabin and we heard somebody crying under the bed. So it was little Igor, who was actually under the bed, sitting there and crying. And when we pulled him over and asked what's going on, he said, Lera left.
Well, yeah. Now that he married Serena, I think his search for blue-eyed blonde girls is over.
Yeah.
How many years did you know each other?
As of now, how long have we known each other? We've known each other since December 2014, so that makes 4 years and a little while, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because a lot has happened in those 4 years, huh? So what did happen in those 4 years? Well, we met. He sold his house. He bought another condo. He moved into the condo. Then he moved into my house. And you guys came too, into 4017, remember? And then after that, we sold 4017 and we bought 4418 Springdale, and we moved into 4418 Springdale. And in the meantime, we had Henry, and then soon after we moved here, we had Henry. And then you guys were all at Janny. Woo! And we also got married and engaged and all of that. But so now we're here, and it's all of us in this one house.
How did you meet?
Oh, how did we meet? We met at a restaurant called Rice that I think still exists. And it was kind of funny because it was one of these awful DC, like cold, rainy, gray, gross days. And I came up, I think I took an Uber, and Igor was standing outside, and he was wearing his raincoat, and he looked like a poor little bedraggled little puppy in the rain. But now he's like this great show dog, and he's gonna win Best in Show.
What do you like best about Ika?
What do I like best about Ika? Oh, I think he's pretty much my favorite person in the world. And that is because he is a fantastic father. He is funny and kind and smart and loving and gentle, and he's also pretty cute, I think. And yeah, I think he's just one of the best people I know. He is probably the best person I know. He's just kind, constantly kind and responsible. Yeah.
Why do you think Ika should win Best in Show?
Well, for all those reasons that I just said, but also because all of these people on this video and so many others out there love him so much. And so I think he has enough votes to win, and that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I don't know if it's actionable. That's the point. But we got to the bottom of what he did because sorry. No, I don't know. I don't know yet.
Oh no, I love you. No. This is gonna be bad. Oh no. I love you. Are you okay? What happened? Did you lose something? Oh no. Get it. No, you have to get it. Check in the bed. Okay. It's not there. Go check. And go buy a new one. No, you go buy a new one. You go. I said it first. Who cares? You just go now. Go. Fine, I'll go. Hey, Daddy, what's fraud?
But probably the thing that I admire the most about Igor is the fact that he's a great dad. You know, I think, you can measure a father by the quality of his kids, by the quality of his offspring. And I really can't imagine more beautiful children to spend my vacations with. I mean, they'll drive you up the wall, don't get me wrong, but they are the cutest, most well-behaved bunch of little children that I know. And I think that's a testament to Igor and his rearing capabilities. And I guess I'd just like to say thank you. Thank you for being a great brother.
Hello, do you have like a lovey sort? It's dark pink and dirty. And it has no feet. It's sort of cute. It's like this. Okay, it has no feet and it's kind of shaped like a triangle. Is this what you're looking for? No, that's a poop emoji. And it's rainbow. This is only dark pink. Fine. This is dark pink. No, that's a picture? So, is this what you're looking for? No, that's a different bear and it's very fuzzy. This isn't fuzzy at all. This is a bunny. It has feet. This doesn't have feet. What is your problem? Take this. Fine, I'll just take this. Here's some money. Bye.
Igor's experience with babysitting helped him a lot with his own kids. By the way, he was also good with dogs, even though he had no experience with dogs.
What do you mean, no experience?
Did we have a dog?
No, he didn't. But when we lived in Russia, and the dog lived in doghouse in a backyard, and Igor spent all his days playing with the dog, and in this house, he actually ate from the dog plate. But now his children follow his footsteps. They play music. They actually babysitting the little one,
That's right.
Henry, right? And they take care of the dogs. So he did a good job.
Good job, Ika.
And we love him very much.
We love you.
3, 4, 1, 2.
So we met Igor in law school in 2008. We were all starting out our careers as lawyers, not knowing anything what we were doing, in Section 3 of BC's law school. And were being thoroughly confused by our contracts professor, whose method of teaching was to pose hypotheticals involving stick pins
And a haberdashery.
in Louisiana by a man named Beauregard. And as we were floundering through the first year of contracts, a odd fellow who was mispronouncing his name, but somehow understood contracts, began to
He
offer his
understood
assistance.
consideration.
Yes, he did. And that was none other than Igor, not Igor, Hellman. And he went out of his way to suffer through endless questions of what consideration was and what the rule against perpetuities was in property, all to marshal us through our first year of law school.
But unfortunately, he was so focused on consideration that he missed just about everything else that was going on around him, including the fact that we were dating for 9 months when we saw him every single day.
And yet, he is a brilliant man, but just not the most observant in the world. Happy birthday, Igor.
Happy birthday.
I love you so much. I needed to kill him. You okay? Yeah. Mom's coming. I got this poop emoji. I couldn't find your love to be here. Alright, whatever, dude. This is getting out of hand. I don't need this. What the? You were supposed to go to the pet store. I couldn't find anything like a lovey. It's all your fault. You're being so obnoxious. It's not my fault. You went there. You should have decided. They probably had it in one of the aisles. They didn't. He was colorblind.
Yeah, I don't care that this is his birthday video. The fact of the matter is he cheated us out of $48,000, and I am coming for you, you motherfucker.
So, when did you meet Igor?
Well, I met Igor the second I was born.
Really?
And
So how long have you known him?
I've known him for 7 years.
7 years? That's a long time. And how did you meet him?
Well, once I came out of my mom, I looked over and I saw him.
Okay. So what's your favorite thing about, or what's the thing you like best about Igor?
That he knows how to skate like me.
He knows how to skate like you? Okay. And why do you think he should win Best in Show?
Because he's caring, he's nice. He's kind and giving. He sometimes bosses us around.
Probably for a good reason, right? Usually?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So that's why I think he should win Best in Show.
Okay. Anything else you want to say to him? No? Oh, what?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Daddy. Happy birthday to you. I love you.
Henry, what do you like best about your dad? Yeah, uh-oh. What do you like best about your dad? Do you like that he plays with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like that he feeds you salomka?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa! Hey, gentle. Do you like that he protects you from your mama when she's trying to blow your nose?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Do you love your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 3, 4, 5. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 3, 4, 5. When did you meet?
Did you hit play already?
Yeah.
Okay. So I met Igor in December 2014. And do you want to ask another question? Or do you want me to go? I should just talk. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thing about Ika. What is your favorite thing about Ika? Do you love that he rubs you? Yes. No, not so much. Do you love that he... Hold on. That he cleans your ears? Do you love that he cleans your ears, you sweet puppy? Yeah. Aww. Do you love that he takes you for walks? Yeah. Yeah, you're a good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yeah. Yeah, you especially love it when he snuggles. When he lets you on the bed to snuggle, huh? Hey, Henry. We're taking pictures of Layla now. Layla, not you. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's enough. Yeah. All right, that's enough. That's enough.
So one of the things that makes the beadhead hare's ear just the most reliable fly there is that it works on almost every river. From Chattanooga, Tennessee, out to the Rocky Mountains, Colorado. It just catches fish wherever it goes. And similarly, just like Igor, we can do things together wherever we go. Now, he's not like a parachute Adams. A parachute Adams is one of them flies you use on the surface of the water. And those are dainty little flies. You see, those flies, they get a little bit wet and they start to sink. And they stop working, you see. Igor's not one of those kind of flies. But anywho,
like that. No, it doesn't. I want to try it again. Is it like this? That's a poop emoji. That's rainbow. Well, my dog was like that, but no. It has a pink thing. It's pink. It has a darker pink. Yeah, not like that dark. Like this. Oh, I get it. It's this. I said no. It's like that. Look, that has